Hello my lovelies, this is a reading for Cancer for the month of April 2019. There is such a extraordinary energy around you at the moment, and it is a lot to do with your working life, with your career, your life purpose, and how you step into the role that you were born to. So for some of us, we go through life doing jobs that we loathe, that we hate, that are not worthy of us, and we don't receive the recompense or the recognition and reward that we are due. Now, Cancerians are very good at nurturing others, at mothering people, whether it's their own children or those around them, and they think of themselves last. So the month of April and beyond is for you to look at how you are using your energies, what you are focusing upon with regard to your work, but what you really feel called to do. Now, the sun is sitting in your 10th house, and the 10th house is career, where you are aiming in life. So you have this active energy which can push you forward now, and the light is shining upon you. So there's a spotlight shining on you in your lives at the moment. And people are going to notice. You will be very bright and shiny, you will be very attractive to others, and not just necessarily in the work arena, but in other ways as well. So you are due for, as I say, recognition and reward. There can be promotion, there can be headhunting, there can be fame for some of you, fame and fortune. Somebody pushing you forward, or just stepping into your life and saying, I want you, you're good, I like what you're doing. You know, Simon Cowell saying, it's about time you got that recognition. You know, you've been working jolly hard at it, and I'm here to give you that golden buzzer. So that's what's around you, golden buzzer time of you don't have to go through all the preliminaries and the different stages. You're going straight to the live show. Ooh. So I know that some of you are so talented, you are so clever, you are intuitively tuned into a lot of things. So you're tuned into Mother Earth, you're tuned into the universe, you know stuff before anybody else does. Some of you don't know how you know it, but you just know it. So there's this extraordinary gift and ability that you have, like to be forewarned in a way of certain things, but also being able to tap into that energy now to really rev it up, you know, up a notch, and to listen with every part of your being. So not just your ears, listen with your heart, listen with your gut to the messages that are coming at you. Because not only is the sun in your 10th house at the moment, but we've got what is called the North Node in the sign of Cancer for around about 18 months. So again, spotlight shining on you to really... So, well, this is your time. Yes, there are 11 other signs, but this actually is your time to shine, to be recognised, to be rewarded for these amazing talents and abilities that you have. So going back to sort of the Britain's Got Talent thing, some people just sing in the bathroom to the hairbrush. And there's this magnificent voice within them, but they're too shy or too lacking in confidence to do anything about it. And it can be that the universe works behind the scenes, because I know in some of those instances the children have written in and signed the form for their parents to go on the show, So somebody else and or the universe and or an agent of change is about to step in to assist with these changes in your life. So if you've been a bit rigid or stubborn or set in your ways and think, oh no, that's never going to happen for me, no, nobody's going to pay attention to me, somebody else could take that step for you. And I get the feeling that for a lot of you, you might initially get a bit niggled that somebody else has stepped into your corner in a way, you know. But in the long run, I feel this is going to benefit you greatly. And it's coming from a sense of love, from a sense of admiration. Somebody loves you, loves what you do, admires you, feels that you are worthy of this recognition, and the timing is right. It's absolutely the right time for these things to shift and change. Now I have a lovely little angel card to start with, and this is the Angel of Strength. So there's this angel hugging the tree, completely embracing this amazing being, living, breathing being, the tree. So you're being supported. You are not on your own. You have this amazing support from the angelic realms, but also there could be family, friends, admirers who really, really see the value of you, to see how magnificent you really are, and that they know you wouldn't necessarily want to step into the limelight, but they're giving you a little shove. Some might give you a really big shove, but there is this strength within you to say, I'm going to do this. I feel, because you've got that support, because you've got that team behind you, and the team isn't just, as I say, physical people, it's your angelic team, your guides and your guardians and celestials that are just completely surrounding you and supporting you and say, come on, we're with you, come on, every step of the way. If you stumble, we'll pick you up again, we will support you, don't worry about a thing, everything's been put into place. I've been reminded of was it Cinderella, the Disney movie, the original one, where you've got the three little fairies and they make her beautiful dress, and they've got their little wands and all this beautiful fabric appears and they swirl it all around her, and a little tiara and such like. So the joy of that transformation from the little girl in rags and, you know, a sooty smutty nose to this exquisitely beautiful ball gown. So these little little fairies and angelic energies, call on them. You know, they're here, they're around us. I know it seems daft, but stranger things have happened. And because you are intuitive, because you are a water sign, because you are ruled by the moon energy affects our tides, not just Cancerians, but everybody. But because you are ruled by the moon, it affects your tides, so the ebb and flow of your emotions, but also the liquids within your body. So we aren't just made up of water, we have blood, we have lymph, we have all sorts of weird and wonderful things going on within us. So as we work with the moon's energy, allowing that intuitive side of things to guide you, working with the cycle of the moon, and knowing that when the moon is new, it's a good time to start things, and when the moon is full, it's a good time to harvest things. Really feeling the embrace of that energy, it's goddess energy. So some of the moon goddesses are Hecate, Diana, Ceridwen. So calling upon that beautiful feminine goddess energy, and it's not just the girls, it's for the guys as well. So in allowing yourself to be guided into shining. So when you look at the full moon, it is an exquisitely beautiful glow, but the moon doesn't have its own light. It's only full because of the sun shining directly onto it. So when the moon is full, the sun is here and the moon is opposite, and it shines directly onto it. So you need the sun to see the full moon. So this part of yourself that's been shadowed or hidden, because moon energy can be that it's secrets, that things are hidden, they're not seen very clearly, but now that shadow is moving away and the sun is going to be shining directly onto you. Now we have a new moon on the 5th of April in the sign of Aries. So Aries energy is fire. It's that uprushing, exuberant, creative energy. And when the moon is new, which is on the 5th, this energy, fire energy, it's like you've been the rocket sitting on the launch pad. But because we've been in Pisces, which is water energy, you've got a bit of a soggy bottom, as Mary would say. And so it's a bit of a damp squib. So you haven't been able to take off yet, even if we did like the touch paper. So now you've dried out because we're in the Aries energy. So your beautiful streamlined rockets of desire, as Esther and Jerry would say, is about to be launched. So it's takeoff time. So if you have some new moon wishes, write them down on the new moon, 5th of April. And you can either tuck it under your pillow or fold it up, put it in a box, or if you feel like it, you can burn it and do a little ceremony outside in the garden perhaps, and just imagine that you're setting off the rockets of desire for what it is you wish to bring into your life. And as that, imagining that rocket going up and then exploding into this beautiful fireworks, all of these colours are raining down onto you. So it's like fireworks and confetti all at the same time. So you're lit up, absolutely lit up. I can't miss you now. And with that comes self-confidence. So if you've been lacking self-confidence because you've allowed others to put you down or to criticize you, or there is a family pattern or an ancestral pattern of lack of confidence, or you're not good enough, or don't feel worthy, that's about to change because of this energy shift and because of this spotlight shining down onto you. You can't hide. You can't hide away. And you won't really want to, because on a deep level you know that you are valuable. You know that you have amazing abilities and strengths and skills which can be shared with others. Now, another thing I feel for some of you, maybe not all of you, but for some of you, your intuitive abilities, psychic abilities, healing abilities are really revving up now, really, really coming to the fore. And you might have intuitive insights, you might have visions, you might be able to read people. And if for some of you it's just a few first tentative steps, then seek out some help, some advice. You may find there's a spiritualist church near you which might help, or join a meditation group. But there are an awful lot of different ways of developing your abilities use your gut instinct. If it doesn't feel right with someone or some teacher, then don't follow through. But if someone else you feel a connection with, then go for that. But also, through my own experience, is to be able to know when to fly on your own, when to step away from somebody's class or somebody's teaching because you've moved beyond it. And they should be happy to release you. Always feeling like you don't need anybody else to tell you whether you're right or wrong on an intuitive level. You will know, your gut will tell you. So the self-confidence card says, as a master, I trust myself. I trust that I can do whatever I have to do. I can pass all tests that come to me, for they are just my teachers. So I feel that for some of you, the tests have been pretty tough. Pretty tough. I'm being shown like a army training exercise where you have to crawl on your belly under the barbed wire and get covered in mud and then jump over this and up and over that. And it feels like some of you have been really pushed to go beyond what you feel are your strengths, and some of you are exhausted, absolutely exhausted by what others have demanded of you, and but you've gone along with it because you're a softie, you know. Find it very hard to say no, and will put up with all sorts of other behaviours around you. So I feel as you're moving into this new way of being, discarding old outfits that no longer fit, no longer serve you, you're revealing this light body, which is known as the Merkaba, Merkabah, and it's I believe it's an Egyptian word. It's a bit like pyramid. Pyramid means fire in the middle. Merkabah means light body. You'll be having a body of light. So yes, we feel lighter, but we are pure light. And as we address this energy and allow it to envelop us or embody us, our vibrations rise to a much higher level, and other things just bounce off us. So things of a lower level can't even reach us anymore. I have chosen a card from the Wicker Pack for you, and this is Cauldron. And it says the womb. So there's this beautiful lady here who's holding a chalice. She has flowers around her head, and there's a staff with a snake coiled around it, which is a bit like the caduceus, a symbol for healing. Her cloak is made of leaves. There are sheaves of wheat, a little dragonfly, and the cauldron there, sitting on the pentacle. So the energy of cauldron, it's very Cancerian. So it's the womb, it's the mother, it's the nurturer, it's the giver, that ability to share your knowledge and your wisdom with others. The cauldron is also about making your own magic now. So within the womb, metaphorically speaking, we conceive and we give birth to either a child or an idea or a vision. So whatever it is you wish to give birth to, the timing is absolutely right. This is a very fertile time for you. And the caduceus, so the staff with the snake around it, is all to do with healing. So if your body has needed some healing, this is being ramped up for you. So if you've only sort of felt you've got halfway with a healing process, this is going to speed up for you. And also the chalice that she's holding, this is like the Queen of Cups, so it's emotions, how we deal with our emotions, how you honour your emotions. And it has been said of water signs, especially Cancerians, oh, you're too sensitive, you're far too sensitive. But no, you're not. You're not far too sensitive. You're a highly sensitive person, and it is a gift. Because your sensitivities enable you to feel situations, feel energies, feel atmospheres, and knowing when you do feel those things, whether they're healthy for you or not. So you know if you walk into a room and it's full of people, you might think, oh great, this feels lovely, I'm going to have a great time. Or you walk into a room full of people and think, oh no, this is harsh, this is sharp, I don't want to stay here. So it is a gift, it's an amazing ability to be that sensitive to things. And so this transformational energy around you is that ability to use that sensitive part of yourself to enhance your life and that of others. It's a good time to give birth to the true you, the part of you that's been gestating, has been waiting to move through the birth canal and birth yourself into a new form of consciousness. So an awareness of subtle energies, using those beautiful sensitive parts of yourself. It's also that ability, when you are that sensitive, to use armadillo energy. So I asked for an animal for you for the month of April. So we have the armadillo. He's come up a few times for various different signs. And he's all about boundaries. 28, that's up to 10. 10 reduces to 1. So this is new beginnings. It's also putting yourself first. So number 1 is you putting yourself first, above and before others. So the armadillo has this amazing concertina shell body, and he can roll up into a ball if anybody comes too close and wants to attack him. So this is informing you of your abilities to have energetic boundaries in certain situations. So if you know you're going into a crowd of people that you've not come across before, or you're going into a situation where there's you're not really aware of what's going to occur, use the armadillo energy. So just imagine that you have this beautiful egg-shaped energy all around you, and it goes right under your feet, all the way around your body. The beautiful, beautiful blue. So it's sort of this colour, Archangel Michael's cloak. And it's transparent, so you can see out. And you have this awareness around you that anything you encounter that doesn't feel right, it cannot enter into your energies. You don't have to tell anybody. You just set an intention before you're going out, wherever it is you're headed. So if you're travelling on a train or on a bus, there's an awful lot of conflicting energies. If you're on an aeroplane, again, it's very good to use armadillo energy. So if you're going into a theatre or a cinema, or you're going for a lecture or a concert, again, there are an awful lot of conflicting energies. So you don't want to come out of there feeling drained and unwell. So set your intention before you go. Oh, armadillo. Must remember that. Oh, yeah, armadillo energy. And so the little mini card says, respect your sacred space, drop hesitations and banish abuse, use proper boundaries and thrive. So your sacred space, you may have seen me do this previously. We all have what is called an aura, which is an energetic field around us. Some of us have larger auras than others, and they can move outwards and inwards. And you know that when you come into contact with anyone, you can actually feel the energies before you say you shake hands or whatever, and you will know, because you will feel that energy, and if it feels okay, then yes, you might shake hands or hug or whatever. And if you feel it and it's, oh, no, I don't like this person, it's because you felt their aura as they've come close to you. So your sacred space is your aura, and if you imagine that you put your two hands out in front of you with your index fingers pointing, stretching your arms, and then you open your arms outwards, upwards, so it's all around you. So this great big egg of beautiful energy. So it's in front of you, it's above you, it's behind you, and it's underneath you. That is your sacred space. And nothing can come into that without your invitation. So when we set these energetic boundaries, and again, as I say, you don't have to tell anyone, you just, if you're girlies and you're going out, you make it part of your makeup routine. Oh, armadillo, I must remember that. And if you're boys, you can make it part of your shaving routine, or sprucing yourself up, or tie, or whatever. But just add it into a routine so that it becomes automatic. Because very sensitive people can take on an awful lot of toxic energies from others without realizing it. And then you can fall ill, you can have chronic symptoms that you can't put your finger on. And why do I always feel like this? Why do I always go down with this, that, and the other when I be to such and such a place? And it's because you are so empathic that you absorb all of this energy, and there's a need for you to learn how to transmute it. Now, I have a lovely little dog lives next door, and she's a staffy, and she has this awful itchy scratchy tummy and ears from time to time, and she's on steroids, poor little thing. And I was talking with her, and I said, you really do need to learn how to transmute all of this energy. She's taken on all of the family's stuff, the family dynamic, kids and life, and absorbed it into her small doggy body. And then she's scratching and scratching and scratching and scratching because it's irritating her. And she hasn't learned how to let it go. So I'm working on it with her, and we'll get there. And it's easier sometimes to work with animals than it is with humans. So if you've got any itchy scratchies or sore areas on your body, I know one lady, she was a psychotherapist, she had psoriasis in her scalp because she took home all of the cares and woes of all of her patients and their clients, and she didn't know how to get rid of it or transmute it. So if you have any issues on your body and you are a highly sensitive little crab, then use the armadillo process and also call upon your angelic friends to transmute anything that's attached itself to you. Archangel Michael would probably be the best. Ask him to cleanse and shield your energies and to put that beautiful blue cloak around you. So the final card for you is from Healing with the Angels, Divine Timing. And this little dude, this little angel, reminds me very much of Cupid and the song, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart for me. So some of you might be feeling Cupid's arrow during the month of April. Sorry about singing. Should have gone up a notch. Because it is divine timing. So I feel that for some of you there's been a quite a long wait for someone to come into your life, and some of that has been to do with self-confidence, because you might have been wounded on some level, and it's finding that confidence again to be in a relationship. Something is coming in. It feels like an awful lot of people are now partnering up, and it's this divine partnership, divine connections with people. And again, because you are a sensitive soul, use the armadillo energy, because with the light shining on you for the North Node and the sun in your 10th house of career, you will be lit up. You will appear very bright and shiny to people. And it's like the moth, when there's a light, it will be attracted to it. So use your sensitivity, use your intuition. If it feels right, then it's right. If it doesn't feel right, then it isn't right. So when you have your beautiful energetic boundaries around you, yes, people will be drawn to you, but you will be able to discern whether their energies complement yours or not. So I'd like to share also these paintings that I've done with you of abundance and prosperity. It's my gift to you for April and beyond. So if you've been lacking in anything, confidence, abundance, prosperity, and not just in the material, so it's an abundance of love, prosperity in friendships, etc. Opening up to receiving all these lovely things coming into your life, because it is the right time. Divine timing. Which will bring you self-confidence. And the strength to make these huge shifts and changes in your life, which can only be better for you. So I do wish you a wonderful April. I'd love to hear your comments and let me know how you're getting on. If you'd like any details about my artwork or would like to have a private reading, then all the details are in the box below. So I love you and leave you. Until the next time, much love. Bye.